Support from parents is key to helping children do well academically. After all, parents are their child's first teacher. During this podcast, we're going to talk about ways in which parents can help their child be successful in school. Welcome to episode 114 of the Teacher Rockstar Podcast, a place where tips and strategies critical to the first-year teacher are discussed. We share the latest educational research and best practices so that the new teacher can be better equipped for a successful classroom experience. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and in today's episode, we will be talking about ways that parents can help their child be successful in school. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Are you a teacher fresh out of college embarking on your first year in the classroom? Or are you a teacher with less than 5 years of classroom experience? If so, the Teacher Rockstar Academy course is for you. Learn from the mistakes that I've made when I first began teaching. Put my 20 years of experience to work for you. Teacher Rockstar Academy is a 3-module, 12-lesson course which includes super cool bonuses, personal coaching, offers a 90-day money-back guarantee. You'll find that it is more than just another online course. Become the best version of yourself. Enroll now at tra.teacherclassroomresources.com. Okay, let's dive right in. Research shows that children do better in school when parents are involved in their education. Well, that just makes sense, doesn't it? Back to school night is a great way for parents to meet their child's teacher, learn the expectations of the classroom, school-wide programs, and policies. Another way to stay informed is parent-teacher conferences. Now, these are oftentimes held once or twice a year. The conferences are an opportunity to continue conversations with your child's teacher. Meeting with the teacher lets your child know that what goes on at school will be shared at home. Now, these meetings are especially crucial if you have a child with special needs, okay? For example, these meetings can be scheduled with other school staff members to discuss things like IEPs or Section 504 plans or gifted educational plans. So, if at all possible, plan to attend the PTA conferences. The next thing I want to kind of get into is visit the school and its website, okay? Knowing the physical layout of the school building will help you connect with your child about the school day. So when he or she comes home telling you about what's going on in school, you'll have kind of a better context for that. On the school website, you will find information such as the school calendar or staff information, upcoming events, testing dates, field trips, etc. Now, a lot of teachers also, right, have their own classroom websites that detail homework assignments, testing dates, field trips, maybe classroom parties, and other types of information. So it would be a great thing to check those out. Send your child to school ready to learn. I can't stress that enough. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, obviously, provide for a nutritious breakfast before the child leaves home. Provide for the right amount of sleep. Now, research suggests that younger children need about 10 to 12 hours of sleep a night. Cut out the TV, video games, and internet use at least an hour before bedtime. That would be a great thing to do. And another thing that parents can do to help their child be successful in school would be to teach organizational skills. When kids are organized, they tend to be more focused and not fumbling around trying to find things or spending an enormous amount of time hunting down things. For younger children, it might mean having an assignment notebook and homework folder. Now, a lot of schools do provide these folders. I know I used to give my children folders with one side of the pocket would be for papers that need to be signed by parent, and the other would be homework assignments. But at any rate, it's very critical that parents need to check that child's folder every single night and become familiar with the assignments, and so that the child obviously doesn't fall behind. Set up a folder for papers that you need to check or sign. Bottom line is that organizational skills need to be taught. Okay? Now, which leads me to parents need to also teach study skills. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, parents need to know when a test is to be scheduled. Impress upon your child to bring home the necessary materials ahead of time rather than the night before. Teach the child how to break testing material down into smaller, sizable chunks to prepare for the test so, it's not so overwhelming. Introduce them to color coding words or phrases, underlining or highlighting key vocabulary. Introduce your child to tricks like mnemonic devices to help with recall. And also, taking a break after a reasonable amount of time is very, very important. The next thing I would like to address is know the disciplinary policies. Okay, now this would be a great thing for you and your child to sit down with the student code of conduct and go over all the rules and expectations to ensure, right, that they are understood. These simple things like dress codes, student behavior, electronic devices, etc. The policies might discuss details about attendance, fighting, cheating, and weapons. Also, it's very helpful to know about consequences for bullying and the procedures for reporting bullying, okay? And also, it is very important, I feel, for parents to get involved with what's going on at school. Now, I have to be honest with you, it doesn't matter if your child is in kindergarten or in the last year of elementary school. Volunteering at your child's school is a great way for parents to show their interest in their child's education. Now, many grade school kids like to see their parents at school or other school events. Okay? Now, let me kind of give you a laundry list of things that parents can do to kind of get involved here. Well, they can organize bake sales, car washes, book fairs. They could chaperone on field trips, plan class parties. Joining the school's PTA group would be a great idea. Working as a librarian assistant, reading a story to the class, or giving a talk on career day. All these things are great ways to get involved. Okay. Now, obviously, life gets in the way and you may not be able to do all these things, but certainly do what you can. And the next thing I would like to address is taking attendance seriously. Now, if your child is sick, okay, running a fever, then he or she needs to stay home. Okay. Otherwise, it's important that children arrive at school on time every day, as trying to catch up on missing schoolwork can be rather stressful. Now, sometimes students want to stay home because maybe there's a problem that has happened at school. Now, in which case, the parent needs to take time to talk with the child and reach out to the teacher to find out what's going on. Better yet, would be a great idea is for the parent to come and visit the classroom to see for themselves. Make time to talk about school. Now, this is very important here. Making time to talk with your child every day so that they know what goes on at school is very, very important. It's also important to listen carefully, make eye contact, and avoid multitasking. Family meals is an ideal time to talk with your child. Well, we have come to the end of today's episode, and I want to thank you for listening to the Teacher Rockstar podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hiles, and again, I hope that you got some benefit from these tips and strategies regarding ways that parents can help their child be successful in school. When you get a moment, visit my blog and subscribe to my newsletter for the latest educational research, best practices, and unadvertised free bonuses. Go to blog.teacherclassroomresources.com. And don't forget to click that subscribe button to subscribe to us. You'll get a free gift just for subscribing. And if you'd like to support us, please feel free to share our podcast with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. That's always appreciated. Thanks again. We'll see you same time, same place next week. And remember, my friend, you got this.